Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag.
What's going on, good people? Your boy E-Buck in the building. It's time for the show. We call it Straight Sports Talk with Coach Vincent. Without further ado, your host, Coach V.
What up, what up, what up, everybody? I hope everybody day is going well, having a great day. Hey, man, I know it's hot. I hope you're keeping a lot of fluids in you. But quickly, for to make couple of announcements. We got four special guests coming on Straight Sports Talk at 8 o'clock. Our first guest would be Miss Ashley McBay, slot receiver running back from the elite, elite, Texas Elite, sorry about that, Texas Elite Spartans. She'll be on at 8 o'clock. Also, we have owner and head coach Michael Vitale of the Detroit Pride. He'll be on as well. Our third guest is the amazing Miss Mackenzie Vaz, two-way player for the Washington Prodigy, wide receiver, defensive back. She'll be on at 9:30. And we also have assistant GM, head coach for the St. Paul Bears. He'll be on at 9:30 hour. But this weekend we got a couple of great games. We got the Michigan Bills. They'll be hosting the uh, Circle City Warhawks. The game will be at in Monroe, Michigan, Jones Avenue. In Monroe, Michigan. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. So come out, show your support to the Michigan Bills. Also, man, we got the two classes of the tightest two undefeated teams in the Pro Advanced Football League, the PF, the PAF. We have the 8-0 Motor City Rams, and we have the 8-0 Detroit Ravens. They'll be squaring off tomorrow as well at 7 p.m. You can go in the Michigan minor league to find out the location of the game. Also, want to give a shout out to the Derby City Dynamites. They headed down to New Mexico. They're playing the playoff game for the WFA. They'll be playing the New Mexico Bandits. So that's a 2 o'clock game, I do believe. We'll find out more as we go on. So those are the announcements. So our next guest should be coming up on Miss Ashley McBay. There she go. That Hey, the game changer. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, yes. Welcome,
Okay.
welcome to
Good.
Straight Sports
Thank you.
Talk. I've watched your game, man. You are an amazing ball player. But first off, want you to tell everybody about yourself.
My name is Ashley McBay. I'm from Grand Prairie, Texas, which is an inner city between Dallas and Fort Worth. I'm 35 years old. I'm married. I have 2 kids. I am a track coach at Earthing Academy, which is an all-girls college preparatory in North Dallas, and I'm just I'm just a simple, down to earth girl who loves barbecue and
Okay,
and
okay.
watermelon.
We having some little groggily technical problems going on. That's kind
Yeah, I
of
can hear that.
groggily in and out. But I want to know, tell everybody, how was your emotions during that championship game?
Emotions was wild, running rampant just from the very start of the game. It was intense, very intense up until the interception by T. Creech with like a minute and something left in the game. But before that, it was emotional the entire time. It was wild. And we wanted to make it a good game, but Goodness gracious. I was
Hey,
too good.
you we listen. I saw that game all the way up to halftime because I had a game at 7 p.m. so I couldn't um see all of it. But I did record the game and I went back
Mm,
from the beginning to the end. That was a dog fight. That was a dog fight.
mm,
And how is
right.
it you playing on the next Destiny y'all, bro? And cause y'all the 1-2 punch. Y'all are 1-2
Yeah.
punch.
Playing with her is the most amazing
Uh,
experience ever. We all feed off of her energy and her passion and just her aggressiveness because she's very aggressive. Despite what other players in the league may think, yeah, she's a little, you know, aggressive, but
see,
she is a sweetheart. Once you get to know her, she's a soft heart, and she sets the tone for our offense and just our team in general. So it is an honor and a privilege to play next to her and to be that, in that 1-2 punch. So just wherever I'm needed and how I can attribute to the game plan,
right?
that's what I'm willing to do. Mm.
Game when y'all played. Y'all, I'm gonna talk about your head coach. Um,
Mhm.
you have. Let me tell you, her energy is so heavy. Sorry, you can't see me. I don't know
Mm.
what the problem is.
That's okay.
Your head coach energy is so thick, man. She keeps
Mhm.
y'all energy, y'all vibration live, man. Tell everybody about Miss Odessa, Coach Odessa.
Coach OJ wakes up with a natural pre-workout in her system.
Uh
I don't
huh.
know how she does it. Practices at 7:30 in the morning, and she just comes up walking on the field, loud, hype.
That's me. That's me.
The hugs extra strong. Like that's her vibe. That's just how she is. Like she's always like that. She's always in a good mood. She always has a reason to be thankful and is just appreciative for the breath in
Right,
her body. And so she
right.
just that's it's very contagious to not share that same atmospheric, just good vibe when when she walks in the room. She's
You can feel
man.
it. You can
You can
feel it.
absolutely feel it.
You can feel it. And I can feel it.
Absolutely.
And I'm on the TV and I can feel her energy. And I've been
Yeah.
trying to reach out to her because I want to interview her as well. Um, in one of your articles I saw in your post, in the playoff games, you didn't play as your best.
Hmm.
And also you was going through something, your mental wasn't there like you wanted to be. So what did you do and what was it to got you back in your game mode?
Just resetting. Just resetting. Once the game was over, Coach OJ just reiterated to me the same thing she's been saying all season, and my teammates did the same thing. One thing we have to remember is that when we do mess up, we can't dwell on that mess up. It has to be short memory.
Right,
Me, I don't. I understand we're going to make mistakes, but I don't like making mistakes that are so costly because
right.
I cannot afford to put my team in costly positions like that. So it really bothered me that I already didn't go into the game with in the best frame of mind, and then to have those mistakes that I was having just kind of piled on to the burden. It salted the wound and added insult to injury, all the things. But once the game was over and we had dinner that night, and I went back to our hotel room, and my teammates were with me and just told me, hey, come Saturday, come with it. and just
Yeah.
play like how you know how to play.
Yeah.
And let's go back to Dallas and bring the championship back home. And
And
so
y'all
I
did.
will,
And
yeah,
y'all did.
sir. But
Congratulations, man. I
thank
mean,
you.
listen,
Thank you.
listen. I also saw a picture, man, of you. Um, it really blew me back because it was so identical with you and your brother.
Oh,
Oh man. And y'all both wearing my favorite number anyway, which is
oh
Barry
yeah.
Sanders, you know. Um,
Yeah.
so who is your favorite male football player in the NFL? I'm pretty sure it's Barry Sanders. You wearing his number. Because you play
For
almost
sure.
like him. Huh?
He's definitely one of my favorites to watch. He is actually who I film study. Of course
Wow.
I am nowhere near uh,
Wow.
anybody's level in the NFL, but I do love watching and seeing what I can do to add to my game by
And,
film studying those in my position.
and that's why I wanted to ask you. You see a
Hmm.
young girl, they watching you, and you. I notice they imitate you. What do
Hmm.
you advice do you give to them to to get better at whatever game they're playing?
To learn it, just keep learning it, and once you learn it, continue to find ways to add to your craft of playing the way you play, not the way anybody else plays. You know,
Right.
I can't play like, as even though I study him,
Right.
I can't play like Barry Sanders as much as I would like to, but I can't play like anybody else. I learn the fundamentals of my position and obviously what the objective is in order for me to be successful at my position, especially in a particular play. And
Right.
then the rest of it is, believe it or not, just instinctive. And I just do stuff on the field that I'm not even really processing mentally. It's just athletically, it just happens.
Okay. Okay. So in that
Yeah.
game, when I watched that game, you put a move on a young lady, man. And I see why they call you the game changer. Um, y'all was at the goal line and y'all did that. You did an end around. That's your
Mm.
patented move right there. So tell us about what was going through your head when that play was called for you.
So here's what's interesting. They knew we were going to run that play right when we were going to run that play. The coach
And they
was
didn't stack the
yelling at
line
them.
up.
The coach was yelling at them to watch the sweep. And we did kind of make it obvious because I was then put in the A slot, and I've rarely been in the A slot, if ever, the entire season.
Right,
So me and the other slot switch, and so they're already yelling, "Watch the sweep!" So when I take off to get the ball, Destiny is pointing cut under, and so I see the path that she's telling me to go, but I
right.
also see three defenders coming. But what I do is I still motion like I'm still going that way and then cut around Destiny where there was a pathway. And then, of
And
course, there was one defender that tried. But
and you didn't even get touched. You didn't get touched. I asked I had
yeah.
Miss Roberts, Miss Valdavia Roberts, for the Mississippi Panthers. She was on my show
Hmm.
last week, and I asked Miss Thelma Kennedy from the Derby City Dynamites. She was also on my show as well. And I asked him about the progress in women's tackle football and why it's not getting the recognition that it should be. Why is that?
I think personally because a lot of people don't know about women's football. You'd be surprised this year alone how many people will found out about the WNSC and was like, "Wow, is women's football a thing?" And we're like, "Yes,
Yeah.
it's been a thing for quite some time now." But surprisingly, a lot of people are not aware of it. And then, of course, you have those who uh, think that women have no business playing football.
Yeah.
But I do believe that as the league continues to grow, and in a previous podcast that I was on, I said that one thing you have to do when you watch women's football is don't compare. We're
Don't.
not trying to
No.
compare ourselves to the NFL. We already know that's a whole nother level
Right.
of strength, speed, power, and all the things. If you just watch it for what it is, then you'll be, entertained. You'll be like,
Y-
wow, this is
Oh, without a
pretty
doubt,
cool.
because I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
it's crazy that you said that that championship game was the most watched on ESPN. Congratulations to the WNFC for that. For real.
Absolutely.
Um, it was well watched, well
Mm-hmm.
played, well
Mm-hmm.
played. And WNFC put women's taco football on the map. They
For
did.
sure. For
They
sure.
did with that show there. I'm telling you, listen, I don't watch y'all game twice since
Mm.
last Saturday. That's
Wow.
how deep that game was. That's how
Wow.
I wasn't just in the game. I was watching the whole from side each sidelines. You know
Mm.
everything from Bow Wow to I was trying to win that $10,000 too. You know
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna have to
yeah.
holler at Miss Jenkins about that. You know, but this is what my platform is for. It's for
Yeah.
y'all
Yeah.
because I've coached women's football. I think I started back in 2007 with the Atlanta Explosions with Shonda Gilmore. She the one who gave me my
Okay.
first coaches gig. But
Okay.
so what's so you a football player, you a track coach,
Mhm.
you all this a mom, a wife, you
Mhm.
what how you balance all this out and maintain a hell of a football career.
Support.
Bam.
Yeah, I have my support around me. My husband, my mom, my brother, my dad. It takes a village.
Oh,
And in
without a
order for
doubt.
me to do, yeah, in order for me to do everything I need to do, I have to have the support around me, or else this would not be possible at all.
So what's in the future for Miss Chocolate Chip?
Yeah. I don't know. We're taking it one year at a time, one day at a time. I know right now I'm healing from all my
Oh, I know
um
you is.
wounds because
I know you is.
this entire year I've had thumb problems and a jammed finger and swollen foot and just everything. Lord, I'm tired.
I know you is. I know you
So
is.
yeah, so
But I
I'm
know one
resting.
thing, Miss McVeigh, you are an
Mhm.
amazing football player.
I
Your
appreciate
game shows it. And for to be the 2025 WNFC game changer, that means people focus not only around Miss Yarbrough, but they focus their game around you too. You know what I'm
it.
saying? And that's a big hell of a compliment. So about your team, the mindset of your football team, because you got some heck of a role players, you and Miss Destiny around y'all.
Uh,
You know, that
Absolutely.
game, y'all almost lost the game. You know, if Miss Vash, she'll be on later on, hadn't to drop that pick, that would have been a pick six. So what was the mindset of the Texas Elite Spartans, man, after the win? Just how was it?
Man, it was emotional. It was emotional. We've had quite a journey this year, especially after our loss, which the first game of the season. We lost to Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
And of course we were counted out immediately. And what we had to do was get into what coach called a cocoon
Mm.
and just block outside noise, stay off of social media, and to hone in on each other. And once we won our first game, the next game, coach said, stay off social media. If they didn't hear from you last week, they don't need to hear from you this week. Be quiet, hush,
Wow.
keep your head down, stay focused. And so we just continue to do that week after week after week. And just knowing that we lost the championship for the first time last year and then the first game this year, we knew it was going to be a fight. Every game was going to be a fight. Never mind what the score says. It's a fight. It is a real
Yeah.
fight. Every team, no matter their rankings, no matter their stats, who they have, who they don't have, they are a threat to your pursuit of victory. And you can never underestimate anybody. So you have to fight all the way to the end. So to finally get to the end and to raise that trophy knowing that we regained that title it was
So
an emotional
out of
blessing.
all this, the I'm sorry, I'm getting a lot of feedback. So that's why I'm trying to get the feedback and stuff out. So just bear with me. Yeah, I'm just
So
trying to get all the feedback out. Because it's driving me crazy. Is that better now? We have some
it is
questions.
it is
Uh,
better.
I can't hardly see them. I can't hardly see them. They so small. But one young lady said that how does it feel to play women's tackle football, and what advice if I want to get into football?
Fun. It's fun. It's amazing. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, but it's amazing. And my advice it would actually be two things. One, count the cost. Um,
Bam.
Coach OJ is working very hard right now to make sure that we are getting paid to play very, very soon. I don't know if that'll be next year, but very, very soon, especially with the ESPN exposure and everything. Who knows what will happen over the next couple of months. But just to be prepared for if getting paid is not next year, you have to count the cost. Wherever you go, you have to figure out what the fees are. You have to then prepare for once you get the schedule and practices. If you do work, missing out if you on work, missing your hours. If you have children, you got where you have to take them, and you have to really schedule your life accordingly
Right.
when the season starts. Um, and then you must prepare yourself mentally, prepare your mind and heart because it does get tough. And
Yes, it
depending on
does.
who you're around, um, the it can be draining because most likely you're gonna have a coach who's yelling at you, snapping at you if you do something wrong, if you make a mistake, or you're just having a bad day. You have to prepare your mind and heart for how tough it's going to be. But if you do that, then you'll be fine, and you will build some bonds that will supersede any unpleasantries you experience.
Right. And you so
Mhm.
right about that. And I want to bring back up, you know, about the pay situation for women's tackle football and what the WNFC did this past weekend to put y'all championship game on national television so people can see it. Um, my platform is to promote y'all, like I said
Mhm.
before.
Right.
And where do you see yourselves? And not to put like the WNBA. Matter of fact, y'all could be on that level with the WNBA, and that's for real. Um, what is it gonna take for people to take y'all serious?
To be honest with you, we don't need people to take us seriously. We just need investors.
Bam.
If investors take us seriously, then anybody else from a fan standpoint, it really don't even matter. Women's football is here. It's here to stay. It's growing. Flag football obviously
Yeah.
is reaching unprecedented levels, but
Yes, it
tackle
is.
football is not that far behind. And so at the rate we're going, it's going to continue to just go at an upward angle. And
Yeah.
so if we just continue to um, get that notoriety and get investors who see, oh, this is a big deal,
Yeah.
then
Ain't
that's
no doubt.
and as long as we have each other, that's all we need.
Yeah, ain't no doubt.
Hmm.
And y'all deserve everything because what y'all brought the what makes y'all different from the AWFL, and it's not putting no shade out. It's not putting no
Hmm.
shade. It's not talking down, talking bad. What's so different between the WNFC, the WFA, and the AWFL?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm the wrong person to ask that question to.
Okay,
I have no idea. I'm new to this. Is literally my fourth year with the Spartans. Is my
okay,
fourth year in football, and I don't know anything about those other leagues. The only thing
okay,
I can
okay.
say that I love about the WNFC is that they have standards and they have structure
Right. Yeah.
that
Oh,
spreads
without a
throughout all
doubt.
the other teams. Yeah,
And
not to
it
say the other
feeds.
leagues don't, but yeah.
Say that again.
Not to say that the other leagues don't, because I don't know, but I do know that the WNFC is very structured, and
Yeah.
that's one thing I love about it.
And it feeds right off y'all own. And Miss y'all owner is Miss Jenkins. Am I correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So I could tell by the way she carry herself, she about business.
Hmm.
So what made you get off into football? Because I can tell you a track star. I could tell you a track star because I
Yeah.
watched you run. So what made you get off into football and to want to get into this contact?
Honestly, after I had both my children, I was just trying to find a way to get rid of baby fat. I wasn't running anymore. The path or the goals that I had for myself just kind of altered and went another direction. And so I'm an athlete at heart, no matter what I'm doing. I grew up, playing volleyball, basketball, and track and everything. So I'm an athlete at heart. I wanted to do something to just kind of get back into, shape um and yeah, lose weight, things like that. So I was and you know what, football has always been something that I was interested in because it just looked fun.
Oh, it
It looks
is.
fun. Yeah, I watched NFL games with my husband, with my brother, and I'm just like, man, that looks fun. So I'm like, let me see if there's any women football leagues. And I'm thinking when I found the WNC, oh, it was just like a little
Right, look.
YMCA team.
Right,
They meet up
right,
twice a week.
right.
Give 'em a
And look at it now, you something big. So
yeah.
I want um for people to know about Miss Ashley McVeigh. How can they find? Because I'm gonna tell you something. Every time I go live on Facebook, I mention you.
Mhm.
I mention Miss Vass. I mention Miss Roberts. I miss
Mhm.
Miss Yarbrough. Because y'all the face of women's football. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Uh,
So how can people find out about um, Miss Ashley McVeigh, Miss Ashley Chocolate Chip McVeigh?
Man, you just follow me on my handle, on my IG handle, just doing Ashley. That's all one phrase altogether. Just doing Ashley, and just follow me on this journey. You know, and then of course anybody can reach out to me. I'm not no, celebrity or
Oh,
with
yes, you are.
bodyguards around my Facebook or nothing like that. Absolutely
Oh,
not.
yes, you are.
Anybody can come up to me and say hi. I'll shake your hand. We can talk. Whatever. But for the journey I'm on, you can follow me on Just Doing Ashley.
Miss McBay, I'm finna stop you right there.
Mhm.
You are a star. You are
Thank you.
famous.
Thank you,
Cause
Coach.
I'm gonna tell you something. Listen. I'm giving you your flowers.
I
I may not
appreciate you.
speak to you ever again, but I'm giving you your flowers. How I got in contact with you, I just your
Uh-huh.
film just happened to pop up, and I'm like, who the hell is this? And I'm watching you, and then your name happened to pop up. I said, yeah, that's how I reached out to you
Okay.
and asked you, did you
That's
want to come on my show? You know what I'm
right.
saying? Because I was like, who's this young lady here? You
Yeah.
was raising some. Let me your route running, the way you carry, you, the way you walk on the field talks volumes.
Mm.
So
Wow.
yes, you are a star, and
I appreciate you, Coach.
and carry it well. You know what I'm saying? So for the
Thank you, Coach.
2025, man, how does it feel to be a champion? I know y'all were 4-time champion already or something like that.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Once
4-time
before I got
champions.
there, and mhm,
This had
mhm.
to be more bigger than the last because y'all was in a dog fight with the Washington Prodigy. Y'all,
Absolutely,
huh?
absolutely,
Y'all was in a dog fight.
absolutely,
Y'all were in a
absolutely,
dog fight. I'm talking about it was some hits made, you know. So
absolutely.
how this championship out of all the other three, where you rank this one at?
Oh, this was the greatest. This
Yeah,
is this is ranked number one. This is the first championship where we entered into it not undefeated
yeah,
and not the defending champions from the year prior. And then
right,
not only that, this is also the first championship for us where it came down to the wire.
right, yep,
That's
yes, it
never
did.
happened
Yeah, yes,
like that
yes,
ever.
yes.
So hands down, it's
No,
not
ain't no
even
doubt.
a
Ain't no
question.
doubt.
Yeah.
Again,
Mhm.
I'm giving you your flowers. I'm giving the Texas Elite Spartans their flowers. I'm giving a big salute to the work that y'all head coach, the owner, and the coaching
Mhm.
staff to prepare y'all not just for the league for that the league play for the playoffs and all the way to the championship. Miss McBay, thank you for coming on Straight Sports Talk. I'm sorry for the technical
Thank you, Coach.
difficulties and all that.
That's okay.
Thank you for coming on Straight Sports Talk.
Yes,
You're
sir.
welcome to come on anytime. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
Um, and good luck to in success with your future in football
Thank
and
you.
track.
Thank you.
Your track
Thank you.
team. I can go on and on. You are an
Yes, sir. I
amazing. You
appreciate
are an
you.
amazing woman. You are an amazing football player, and I wish you
Thank
nothing
you.
but the best.
Thank you so much, Coach Vincent. I appreciate you. Thank you for having me on.
No
Thank you.
doubt. No doubt.
Thank
Hey, enjoy your
you.
weekend, champion.
Yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right,
You
have a
do the
good one.
same.
Yeah,
Thank you. You
that
too.
was Miss Ashley McBay of the Texas Elite Spartans, um, 2025 9 Cup champions. They defeated the Washington Prodigy 21-19. I'm gonna try to go back to my other situation here.
Okay, while coach is doing that, again, for those of y'all who want to see not only the highlights but the entire game of the WNFC Championship this year, I have put the link for that game in the comments on the Facebook. So if you are watching on Facebook right now, you will be able to see where I have sent the link for you to go directly to that game. You will find it on. Hold on, y'all. You will find it right there. on the Victory Plus app. You go to that link and it will take you straight there. Coach, you back now?
Yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Yes, sir. Man, that's amazing young lady, man. And I'm telling y'all, man, y'all need to look that young lady up, Miss Ashley McBay. She's a hell of a football player. Her game is amazing, man. And she played with heart. She played with heart. She played with passion. You know what I'm saying? And listen, you can tell a football player, she's a football player. Hands down, man. So salute to Miss Ashley McBay and the Texas Elite Spartans for the work that they done all season to become the 2025 nine cup champions. Salute to y'all, man. Y'all did y'all thing for real.
Absolutely.
For real.
Congratulations.
No doubt. Y'all did y'all thing, man. And you know, y'all all to even to the owner of the league, Miss Jenkins. Miss Jenkins, she's the owner of the WNFC and the works that she's doing for these ladies, man, and to put them on a platform as ESPN2. You know what I'm saying? And I looked it up. They was the highest rating show last Saturday on the 21st. They beat out a whole whatever ESPN was playing, they beat them out. So shout out to Miss Jenkins, man, for the work that she doing. Listen, y'all want to invest in these ladies, man. Y'all need to invest in the WNFC. Straight up, man, because they put on the show, man. You would think you was at a Super Bowl watching the Super Bowl game. The way this game was played, man. The way these ladies carried themselves. The way they left it on the field. They left it on the field. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Texas um Elite Spartans. Y'all did an amazing job. Shout out to every team that's part of the WNFC. Like I say, this platform, it's a sports platform, but I really want to promote women's tackle football as a whole, man, because they don't get the recognition that they should get. And they some hell of a ball players, especially the ones in the trenches. Shout out to Miss Valdavia Roberts, um, play tackle or play center for the Mississippi Lady Panthers. Shout out to her. Shout out to all the ladies that's in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? That's playing offense and defensive line. Shout out to them, man, because y'all the ones who make the team. Y'all make that team right. You know what I'm saying?
Also, let me
So
acknowledge some people in the audience. We are seeing your comments. Coach get deep into the interview sometimes, and sometimes he misses. Plus, with all the switching back and forth between the
I
different
need to put them
platforms,
glasses
we
on.
see everything. So, shout out to Road to Stardom who checked in, been checking in every week to the show. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Shout
Thank
out
you.
to Miss Bodavia Roberts, who's also been tuning in every week to the show. Let us not forget
That's my
also
girl there.
Miss Ingrid Cleveland, who has basically been promoting the show and sharing the show as well. We appreciate you for sharing the show.
Thank you, Miss Cleveland. That's little sis right there, Miss Cleveland. That's little sis there.
Yeah, y'all remember her from a couple weeks ago. There she is.
Yeah. Yeah. And man, put my own girl up, Miss Valdavia Roberts, man. Can't forget about her because she
Okay.
been supporting this show too. Miss Valdavia Roberts from the Mississippi Lady Panthers. They came up short too. Man, they could have been playing in that champion. Oh, there she go right there. Miss Valdavia Roberts. Boy, she's a beast on that line. She is. She's a beast on that line. So we waiting on our second guest to pop in.
Yeah,
Uh,
while we do that, quick note. Speaking of Miss Ingrid Cleveland, she announced this week on her page that she is entering what surprised me because did you know, coach, that the
what?
WNFC has a transfer portal?
Yeah, you know what? I'm glad you make. I even because Miss how I found out was Miss Roberts, and I put on there. Uh, I'm getting in the transfer portal. I
Yep.
was just
So
joking
Ingrid
though.
Cleveland has announced that she is also in the transfer portal, looking for a new
What?
team in the league to play for. Hopefully, she will get that opportunity and get some more playing time at her new spot.
Ooh, well, I'm gonna have to promote this now. Hey, listen, if you want a good athlete, good coachable athlete, she fast, she can catch the ball, she love the game of football. Look up Miss Ingrid Cleveland. She's in Texas right now. She playing with the Houston Mambos. She just said she in the transfer portal. So hey, she's a good player, man. She a beast on that field. Look her up. Give her a shot, man. She'll come to you. Give her a shot. Give her a shot, man. She a good athlete.
There's her contact information for those of y'all who are looking to check out her or also perhaps be able to find a new team for her. That's all the information that she has right there on her IG page for you to check out. All right, again, we are waiting for our second guest this evening. According to Coach, that guest will be Mr. Michael Vitale, the Detroit Prowler owner and head coach. We are waiting for him and efforting him to come into the show. In the meanwhile, Coach, you know I'm always prepared with a couple questions for you to
Let's
kind of
go.
keep things going.
Let's
Again,
go.
shout out to the WNFC on a great championship game.
Oh
I said
wow.
before, we did post on the Facebook where you can find that entire game, including the
Yeah.
halftime show, on the app that we know as Victory. Victory,
Plus,
the Victory Plus app.
yeah,
Absolutely. Check
yeah,
it out and sign and subscribe. They also have other sports on there, but if you want to catch the WNFC and highlights not only of that game, but of other games throughout the season, you can go on that app and find them there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That was an amazing game. That championship game, man. I'm talking about I was at the field when we before our game. I'm literally watching the game. I'm in the locker room with the team. I'm addressing and I'm looking at the game, man. That's how much I was into it. You
All
know,
right.
it was that good, man. It was
Okay.
that good. They
So
put
here's
on the show.
right. Here's my question, Coach, and this course applies for both men and women's football, tackle and alike. Basically, you play football at the Division 1 level, so you definitely know what it's like to get in the game, get all that smacking and packing and crushing going on. How do you? Well, actually, we'll hold that question for another time. Our second guest is here. I give you Coach Michael Vitale.
What's happening, guys?
Hold on. I gotta do a switcheroo right quick. Give me
Gotcha.
1 second. Give me 1 second. 1 second. I gotta do a switcheroo. You might not be able to see me, but I'm gonna have you know. We have a lot of interference for some reason. We
Well, you've
having a
got palm
lot of
trees, and I got a
interference.
steakhouse behind me.
Yeah, we having a lot of interference. Yeah. Can you hear me now, Coach?
I can hear you just fine.
Good, good. So tell everybody about yourself. What first of all, welcome to Straight Sports Talk. Tell everybody what you do and what team that you own and coach.
All right. My name's Michael Vitale. I have been coaching in women's football since 2001, off and on. And I now own and am the associate head coach of the Detroit Prowl. The last 2 seasons, we have been champions in both the AWFL and the former USWFL.
Okay, okay. So how does it feel to coach women's tackle football?
Um, I think it's um, one of the hardest things I've done in
Yeah.
coaching women's football. It's ever changing. I'm gonna try to get into the car here. Um,
Okay.
it is ever changing, and it is one of the most rewarding things I've done. And I've done quite a few different things in my life and in my career. To be extremely honest, it's fantastic. Building a program.
Uh-oh, something happened. Something happened. Give me time to switch over then.
Yeah, hold on, guys. Yeah, we got people switching over back and forth. We got Coach getting into the car. That's probably what clicked him off for a second. All right, there we go. Coach is back now. Oh no, Coach is gone now. There we go.
Oh, what happened? You got my bunions. I
Okay.
don't know what.
Yeah,
There
Coach.
we go.
Yeah,
There
Coach
we
switched
go.
up for a second.
We
He's in the car. He should be popping back on in a second.
okay. Oh my God, man. Mm. Well, anyway, you had some more questions for me till he come back in.
Yeah, like I said. Hold on. Here he is.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. There you
There
go.
we are.
So,
All right.
Coach,
Yes, sir.
how was the Detroit Proud season um this year? And what?
Huge transition. Huge transition
Mm,
this year, to be honest with you, Coach. We were 3-3, lost in the first round of the playoffs, but it was a huge transition. We changed head coaches this year. We we added. It was an amazing year with what we've put together.
mm.
We
Look at it,
ended up
got that
actually
ring
having
on.
we had 52 on our roster.
Right.
So we added almost 25 players. But the issue and problem was that we lost a lot of veterans.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we started four of the five offensive linemen were rookies, five of them to start the season. And
Wow.
then our starting center ended up blowing out her knee 2/3 of the way through the season. So we finished the season with five rookies on the offensive line.
Right.
Um, a lot of our offense from last year was gone. We lost it to another team. But we found a lot of players. One of the big things about women's football is out of the woodwork, athletes and players show up,
Oh
and
yeah.
and we've been very, very, very fortunate with that. Um, we lost our rookie of the year to another team. We lost
Mm,
four starters from the offense and defense to another team.
mm.
We lost our starting tight end to a team on the East Coast. So there's a lot of transition in women's football, and you have to understand that's just like coaching in college. You have transition every single year. So you've got to be prepared to make those changes on the go. And
Yeah.
you're not always going to be successful. You're not always going to be the best at what you do. It was a very humbling, but a very um,
Challenging.
but a very enlightening season this year. And 3-3 is not horrible. We were at 500. Losing in the first round of the playoffs. Well, heck, there's a lot of teams that lose in the first round of the playoffs or don't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And that's in every single level of football. Um,
Right.
Now I can have my pride and I can have my ego, but that better go in the back seat and in the back pocket pretty damn fast in women's football because fortunes change like that. And we're
Exactly.
listen, we've started to build 2026 already. I gave them
Okay.
3 weeks off. We're now going to be 4 weeks into our off season, and our off season conditioning has started.
Wow. Okay.
We started our year with three coaches and we are going into our 2026 season with two coaches right now. Well, I'm sorry, with four coaches right now,
Okay.
possibly six, and we're interviewing more coaches as we speak. In fact, I was at the restaurant just a second ago, and I got
Okay.
an email from a brand new coach that's a former NFL coach.
Mm.
What we are building here in Detroit is nothing short of amazing.
Okay.
and it
Okay.
cer- and it certainly doesn't hurt, with a marketing and promotions background and a radio and television background that I have. I have
Right.
friends that we had an article in Associated Press last week that featured the Detroit Prowl and talked to the other leagues on most of their conference or league championship games weekends. Yet a 3-3 team, Detroit Prowl, was focused and featured in a in an AP article that went around the world, and then beyond that had over 2 million hits.
Wow.
So what we're
That's
building here in Detroit is something that's never been accomplished before.
okay.
And believe me, I was a part of the Detroit Danger, Detroit Demolition that went to 6 straight World Championship games and had a 5-year winning streak. We understand how to make this work. And there's no sense of following pitfalls from other teams or other leagues. That's how we're building this. I think we may have lost you.
Oh
Oh, there
no,
you go.
coach is there. He's just in the dark
To the
there, and we
grid.
wait for him to unmute his camera. So I'm sure
Okay.
he's talking, but we don't hear you, coach. You need to unmute yourself, sir.
Okay.
Hey,
But
damn, there
yeah,
you go. You
there we
hear me
There we
go.
now?
are.
He's back.
Okay. So what is it gonna take? I'm sorry about that.
No,
Um,
no, you good.
so what is it gonna take? Because we have so many teams here in Detroit. I'm just saying the Detroit area for right now.
Right, right, right.
Um, why why couldn't with all these teams in Detroit? Why couldn't they come together and base as one y- to compete with other teams in other states?
Hmm. Yeah, that's a great question. Listen, I've been a part of 3 teams in the Detroit area now. Four, technically 4. I was a part of the Detroit Danger in year 1 in 2001 and 2002. I was a part of the Detroit Demolition for the next 9 years or 8 years. I have seen women's football come and go. I have seen owners and teams fail. I've seen teams, when I stepped away, I've seen teams go to championship games and never win. Unfortunately, sometimes you got to step away. And like I said in the very beginning, I have to park my ego and I have to park my pride. And sometimes that's not exactly the easiest thing to do in women's
Right,
football.
right, right, right. You so right. So
Listen,
what's
I'd be willing to go back to the Detroit Demolition days, um, and have a roster of 72 and 52 that travel, and the rest better show up. That's the kind of football that I'm used to coaching, and that's the kind of football attitude and athletes I've been around. And there's no excuse for it, other than people want to do what they want to do. And
right,
listen, bring them on. I'll take
right,
every athlete in the city of Detroit, and add them to our roster. We pay for roster addition. When we have to go to the league, we take care of that part of this. But
wow,
yeah, listen, there's this team does things in a manner and a way that other teams never ever have. As it stands right now, when we came on to this, it came into women's football, we were one of the lowest priced teams for team fees in America. And
what?
and it's only gone up $50 in 2 years.
Wow,
The cost of doing business went up more than $50 last year alone. So yeah, we're not trying to fill our pockets. We are trying to teach football on a basic level and then get you to a championship level by the time we start our season. That's
All
what
right,
wow.
this team is about.
all right. We got a question from the audience for you, coach. They
Yes,
want to
sir.
know: would you consider ever coming to the Women's National Football Conference?
Um, at this moment, we're very, very, very happy with the AWFL. There's a lot of the irony of asking that question is there's a lot to unpack with all of the leagues. Women's football needs to join together and figure out the best route for the teams. And what I will tell you is the most focused I can be at this second and at this time in our life and in my business career on the Detroit Prowl, and making the Detroit Prowl the best organization in America. We are trying to build this and become a stabilized, envious franchise that people want to be a part of, that people will call me, as I've been getting phone calls for the last 3 years. There's a lot of naysayers. There's a lot of people that don't want people to survive or want people to continue on. Got to put our heads down, and the Detroit Prowl needs to be the best organization, top to bottom, across the country, and that's what we're focused on. Um, World championships, league championships, conference championships, those will come if we put together a great product on and off the field.
Mm. So what is it gonna take? What is it gonna take for that um to happen? Because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to put in it, a lot of
And it's a lot of
dedication
money, brother. It's a
and a
lot of
lot of
money.
money, of course. A lot of money, a
Yeah.
lot of money.
Yeah.
But you get a lot of owners, and again, this is not here to put no shade or put down or
Right, right,
anything
right.
like that. You being an owner, you've been around a long time. You know the business part of it. You know the game part of it. For those that's trying to get us, I'm finna get up in. I'm finna get up and start me a women's tackle football team. What advice do you give to them? You know what I'm saying, to even try to be on a level where the Detroit Proud at,
Wow.
because right now y'all the only women's team in Detroit right now is the Detroit Proud. Everybody else gone from what I heard.
Let me say this. The first thing I'll tell you is make sure you got deep pockets and make sure you have a game plan and you have a business plan. Don't listen to the people who are going to talk bad about you. Don't listen to any of it. What you need to have is a game plan and a business plan that's going to take your team from absolutely nothing to where you want to be year one. What I'm going to tell you business wise, and and it's amazing. This is going on year 4 for us, and we owe nothing. We don't have credit card debt. We have paid off every single issue and check we've had to have. We've paid off everything. And that's the biggest thing. Make sure you're not overspending. That's huge. That is huge.
Yeah, it
Now,
is. It
listen,
is.
my bank account is at zero. I've sank my entire retirement into this right now. But what I'm going to tell you is
Wow.
it is worth every single headache. It is worth every single phone call, and it is worth every single moment of your life. I'm working now harder than I ever have in my life, and I'm semi-retired running this football team.
Mm.
Okay. So don't think you're going to, I have buddies that are going to play. I have friends that are going to play. I have buddies that are going to coach because you know what? You got to go on the road. And sometimes you got to pay for those hotel rooms. And sometimes you got to pay for your coach's hotel rooms. And sometimes you got to pay for your league fees. And sometimes you got to play for player fees. And all of a sudden you got 10, 12 players showing up and they don't have gas money to come to practice or the game. These are things people do not understand going into this and don't plan for. You
Yeah.
want to talk about women's football? You want to talk about how to do this? I'll be more than happy to sit honestly and talk to leagues and teams and coaches and sit honestly and talk honestly because I don't BS about it.
Right. Right. Right.
All right, let me jump in here,
Yes,
Go
sir.
coach.
ahead, Big E.
Yeah, I got a
Oh,
question.
this is Big E. This is my producer.
All
He
right.
he owns the Nighthawk Network. He produced my show. So this Big E, I call him Big Easy. Go by E Buck.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
All
right,
right, Ebook, what you got, buddy?
all right. Here's my question. We our previous guest from earlier, Miss Ashley McVeigh, when we
Yes.
asked her about what would be the best way to help grow and promote the league, she talked a lot about how they need to look into finding some good advertisers and people to piggyback in that way. Are you getting any help from that? Are you looking into that? What's your process there?
Yeah, we don't survive without every single sponsor we have. Whether it's a $500, $600, $1,000 sponsor, we treat every one of our sponsors the same. What I will tell you is we are still looking for big sponsors. Women's football is the at right now the lowest rung of women's sports. Yes, the WNBA is getting their money. Yes, the WUSFL is the USL. the soccer league is getting their money. They're getting all of this. What needs to happen is there needs to be a reality check of what these sponsors are going to get. You can't keep promising sponsors something and not deliver it. That cannot happen. And that's part of one of the bigger issues. A lot of these teams talk about what they're going to give, and it doesn't show up. And there goes your $1,000 or $1,500 sponsor for the year. You got to over deliver. That's the biggest thing is, and you got to get players that want to believe in this, man. You got to
Right.
want to build women's football, and you can't let the naysayers get to you. Trust me, there's going to be more crap on Facebook tonight about this right now and what I'm saying about anything. I'm going to be again talked crap about again. Doesn't matter. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. What's
It don't
most
matter.
important is the Detroit Prowl and me getting the word out and me building this football team and my players getting their kudos and them busting their butts in the offseason to be the best possible player you can be next season. That's what this is about.
No
Sponsors
doubt.
need to realize what they're going to get out of
No
this.
doubt. No doubt. And I agree with you 100%. It was a previous guest of mine, Miss Valdavia Roberts. She plays with the Mississippi Lady Panthers in
Yes.
the WNFC.
Yes.
She know about the Detroit Proud. So the Detroit Proud is known now. They out there. They out there. People know about it. They know about their game. Detroit
Yeah.
Proud's game. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But my thing, this is what this platform is for.
Right.
Like
Right.
we said, is to promote women's football. It can't just be me. It can't be just you. It can't be just the WNFC or the WFA. It got to be all of us. And and
Listen.
and what and what the WNFC just did, it may put women's tackle football on the map. What
Well,
they
let,
just
let
did this past
let's look at this,
weekend.
and I'm not trying to take anything away from the WNFC. I'm not. What they did and what they put on ESPN2 is nothing less than what the WFA did the last 5 years. Let's be honest.
Well, I
This
don't know
isn't the
about
first
that, so
women's football team on ESPN2. It's not. But the honesty out of all of this is this: we have got to build a better product to put on for these people who are seeing us for the first time. We've got to make sure we've got our P's and Q's tight. We got to make sure that our X's and O's are tight. We can't put together a base product that's not top notch. And it's
right.
fantastic. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I love OJ. I love I love the WFA. I love Lisa and Jeff. They do an incredible job. I love the AWFL and I love what Rod is doing. People are understanding that you can't just talk about it. You better be building it. And that's why I talk about the Detroit Prowl. I don't talk about any other league and what their failures or their successes are. God bless their successes. But I got to build the Detroit Prowl into the best team and the best organization. There's a reason people know about the Detroit Prowl. There's a
Oh, ain't no
reason,
doubt.
okay?
Ain't no doubt. Ain't no
And,
doubt.
and trust me, it didn't hurt that AP thing went worldwide with better than 2 million hits across the country. It was featured in Minnesota. There's no Minnesota team playing right now. It was featured in Las Vegas, in Texas. It's been around the world. And a 3-3 team from Detroit was featured in that article. Listen, man,
That's what's up.
I love my team. I love my brand. That logo is registered
Supposed to.
trademark. Our font is registered. We've done everything that you could possibly do to be the best at what we do. And we fell short this year, but I'm telling you, be aware of what's happening because when we start
Yeah.
getting our social marketing going, and we start getting our advertising going, okay, okay,
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. Hey, well, look, Mr. Coach Vitel, um, how can the audience find out more about you
right?
and the Detroit Proud? What can they go to find out more
Listen,
about you?
get to Facebook, get to search Detroit Prowl, get on our website. Our website, we're updating it as best as we possibly can. We are in the process of looking for more players. We're looking for more coaches. We went through our season with four coaches for 50 players. No, we need more coaches. We need more players. We need to get competition on our field. And if you're interested in joining an organization that is picking itself up by the bootstraps and going to do things the right way, come check us out. Call me. I don't call you. Get my number from you guys. My information is on the Detroit Prowl website. It's on the Detroit Prowl Facebook page. You reach out to me. We'll talk. I will talk your ears off. Spent 25 years in radio and television. I know how to talk now.
Okay, okay. Hey, well, look, I'm gonna do every time I go live and every time that I go do my show, I will be mentioning the Detroit Proud. I want to know, when do y'all have y'all tryouts? I need to know everything so I can stop putting it out there, because I'm doing the same thing for the Kalamazoo Bears, Miss Tata Harris. So I'm
Okay.
doing the same thing for her as well.
Yeah,
So
listen,
with
we'll
that,
we'll we'll
coach,
chat. Look, there's a few teams in Michigan. There's a few teams starting in Michigan on the west side. You and I'll talk. We'll talk to these players. We'll talk to these coaches. We'll talk to these teams. Man, I had a conversation today that talked about the biggest thing that I've learned in the last 20 plus years of women's football. And it's the biggest lessons I've learned had nothing to do with successes in business. It's what not to do. That's the biggest thing. Learn from
right?
other people's
No
mistakes,
doubt.
man. And everything will happen from that point.
Ain't no doubt. Hey, well, look, man, it's been an honor and pleasure. You coming on my show. You welcome to come on anytime to advertise the Detroit Proud. What the Detroit Proud got going on. They tryouts and everything.
Yes,
You
sir.
welcome to always come on here. You welcome to always contact me about anything. I'll put it on my show. I'll put it on my Facebook Live when I go live with everything you need to help promote the Detroit Proud and to promote women's tackle football in a whole.
Coach Vince, man, I appreciate you so much, man. I appreciate the time.
No
We
doubt,
will
no
talk.
doubt.
We're going
Same
to get
here,
this thing
brother.
rolling,
And
man. We're going to get it rolling again.
no doubt, no, most
Hey,
definitely, man. And
thank you for this
good luck on the
opportunity.
upcoming season. And I'll talk with you soon, Coach.
Absolutely. Coach, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you.
All right, have a good one. That was Coach. That was the owner and head coach, Michael Vitale of the Detroit Proud, man. If you want to find more out about um, Coach Michael Vitale, you can reach me, and I can. He already said you can give him a call. You can go to the Detroit Proud Women's Football Facebook page and message them if you're interested in playing women's tackle football. Because I guarantee you, listen, if you coming in there to play football with the right mind, I'm telling you, you're gonna get a lot out of it. You're gonna get a lot out of it, man. You can't come saying you're gonna play women's tackle football and you got BS on your mind. You can't do it, man. Cause you're gonna get ousted. This
Absolutely.
stuff is
Okay.
serious. You got
Keep that ball rolling, coach. We got our next guest waiting on you.
let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hey man, listen. Hey, listen. I watched this young lady. How I got up on you was that Mississippi game. I saw you were so emotional in that game. I'm like, who is this young lady here? You ball Joe. Let me tell everybody about you. I'll take the rest of it. Tell everybody who you are.
I'm Mackenzie Vest, aka Young Crash. I play wide receiver and DB for the Washington Prodigy.
Yeah. And look, man, she also was just named WNFC MVP, the best of the best, Congratulations on that. So I got to get at you on this one here, man. I
Shit.
watched that game. I watched that game, Miss Vass. You had that ball in your hand. Put your head back up,
I
man. Put
know.
your head back
I
up.
know.
What?
Trust me.
Listen, out of all the balls you done caught, Miss Vance. What? at that mind, tell this audience, man, what was your mind at that? Because that was the game changer. And I know, listen, I know it's eating you up, man. And I know you was like, that's one of the questions I know he gonna ask me and all this stuff. So, what was your mindset?
I'm not at that point in the game. I ain't gonna lie. It was do or die. We had a real very serious conversation in the locker room, and it was like
Yeah, I know y'all did.
it was just the last one. So give us everything you got. You got to die out here. I mean, die for a cause. I mean, die. We gonna do it. So in that moment, I knew we needed one too, and it's crazy that you
It-
say that because it eat me up every day. I think about that all day,
I
every
know you
day.
do.
It eat me up all day. I truly don't know. I don't know because I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming, and
Yeah,
damn,
yeah, I know you did because
I knew it was
I
coming.
saw
I
your
did. I
face,
knew it
your
was coming.
face reaction.
I feel like I don't know.
I,
I let the ball there though. I think I
huh?
was too. I think I was too focused on getting to the end zone. I was in my head like, oh, we cribbing this, and I left the ball. Slim.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Left the
yeah,
ball.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So in that game, I got to switch over. In that game, you might see me black.
Definitely. He coming back. Don't worry.
Yeah, he with you.
Yeah,
Hold on.
he come back. I know he's switching somewhere.
Yeah,
Here
have
I
him
am.
technical
Here I
difficulty. There
am.
you go.
He got 10 setups in there.
There you go.
There I am. Sorry about that. Hey, look, it's a bunch of goggy going on, and I gotta man. But anyway, in that game, they kind of took you out on either side, but you had two receivers, 87 and 83,
Yeah,
to
Tip and
really
Lexi.
bag you up to compliment you
Yeah.
because they knew you was the go-to.
So I don't look at it like that. I don't look at it like that. I truly feel like at any given moment, any of us could go off. We've been saying that since day one. Like, one of our biggest like things we depend on is the fact that I don't think no team in the league, pound for pound, could put defenders on the field to match up with us at every second of the game. Cause we got receivers all day that's gonna give you a problem all night.
Yes.
So so we don't really look
Oh,
at
ain't
it
no
as like
doubt.
as option number one or two. It's just about who having the game that day. And
Right.
I knew because of the game I had versus Mississippi that they was gonna try, they was gonna give me a hard time. They was.
Yeah. Yeah.
I knew that
And
was coming.
I'm gonna tell you, I watched both of those games, and when y'all got down, when your quarterback threw that pick, and Mississippi went up. I think it was 10 nothing. They went up,
Yeah.
and your quarterback miscued you. She threw the ball. I think you was going outside, inside. No, you was going outside. She threw the ball inside over your head, and you got so emotional on that sideline.
I wish
Um,
they didn't show that. I wish they really didn't show that.
they
But
had,
that's
but that's
real
part
and
of the
that's
game.
part of the game. Yeah.
It is.
It
So,
is.
so for you have young ladies, man. I know they come up to you and ask you questions, talking about I want to be like you on that football field.
Mhm.
What advice do you give young ladies that want to play this game?
You gotta put in the work. Like honestly, one of my biggest things is perfecting your craft. So if you want to be good at something, you can't just wake up and be good at it. You gotta put in the work to be good. You gotta study your film. You gotta go to practice. You gotta work out on your own. You gotta, listen to your coaches. A lot of people, they get to a point they get content with how they've been playing. You gotta keep firing on all cylinders. So for the younger generation, I would definitely tell them like hard work truly does pay off. You gotta put in the work to be great. If you want to be great, if you want to be average, you put in average work. If you want to be great,
Right.
you gotta put in those extra steps. to make yourself great, and it's all gonna pay off for you.
So what's the mindset right now? Because Washington Prodigy, they went undefeated in the league.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when playoff time come, you know, in my book it's 0-0. We all
Yeah.
the same now. You know, what's the mindset right now? Um, with the Washington Prodigy, man. You know, because y'all got a great coach, a great coaching staff. They prepared y'all for this game.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the mindset and what's leading up to 2026?
Going back, everything we said we was gonna do this season, we accomplished, except for winning the Nine Cup, and we beat ourselves. I mean, we made small mistakes that
Yeah,
if we don't make those mistakes, we win that football game. So for us right now, I mean, everybody's mental has been in the same place, going back, repeating, and finishing the job. We, it's cliche as it sounds. After we lost that game, of course, everybody took that day to be, sad. But the next day, we was all like, "Ask Texas, do they want to play again? We can play today. We best two out of
I
three."
saw you put that up
Yeah,
there.
we best two out of three. We was dead
You put,
serious.
hey, you the one who put that up there.
Yeah, cause
That was you.
that's how we felt. I was like, man, we could play again today, this morning, and we could play Monday morning, and we could settle it. But
Yeah.
honestly, for us, yeah, we in right back to it mode. I said something in the chat, and it went a long way. I said, even though the season over, y'all, let's get together and we watch. So usually at the game on Saturday, we watch film every Monday.
Right.
So I told him, I hit the chat like, yo, the first step in getting back to the championship and winning is perfecting our craft. Let's get together and watch the film of the championship game to see our mistakes, see what cost us the game, see how we lost, and then take that time to get with your coaches and talk about where you need to perfect your craft, what you could work on in the off season, where you struggle and where you succeed. And let's take the steps early. A lot of teams wait, it's a long. We don't play till next year, but a lot of teams wait till next year to get going with off season, and it's like, nah, get it here now. Let's watch the film, see what we did wrong. Let's talk to coaches, see how we can improve from an aspect of what you've done all season, and let's
Hmm.
let's get on top of it early. I know a lot of people play flag, but if you play flag, that's a good way to work on what you missing. If you play flag and you play DB and you struggling press man coverage, go press man all summer and work on it. So I feel like for us, that's what we at. We already talking about watching film. We gonna watch it probably Monday. But yeah, we already talked about watching film. I hope everybody been reaching out. The coaches seeing where they could get better. And our off season workout start August 1st.
Oh,
Even,
okay.
even though we don't start, season don't start till March. Our off season last season, before this season started, our off season workout started August 8th. Our coach got Lamar Jordan was named our head coach August 1st, and by August
Hmm.
8th he was hosting off season workouts. So we gonna get to it early, and the goal is just to repeat and do everything we did up to that point, and then finish our mission, finish our job, and dominate women's football.
Man, that's the mindset. That's the mindset of a champion.
For
That's the
sure.
mindset of a person that want to win. Another question that I want to ask you, Miss Vass, you took one across the middle.
To the
Took
one
one
yard
across.
line.
Oh, you got caught at the two
Right.
line
To the one
line.
yard line. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah. Hey, what?
so
What? Listen, with your speed, what happened? You
all
got
right, so
tired
that's
on it?
that's funny. It's funny that you say everything that I think of all day. But I swear, cuz I criticize myself so bad. But that play, I was running. Like, I don't know. My coach even said, he was like, it don't look like you was running, but I was running. I feel like, well, I know for a fact I equated for there was two defenders. The safety was inside of me. I crossed her
Yeah.
face, and then the corner or the outside linebacker that was checking 87, Lexi, she had
Right.
came off of Lexi because I had the ball. So I feel like in my original run, I was just equating for beating the safety who got crossed her face, and I had seen the other girl late, but I knew she was coming for the ball. So, because my coach asked me why I ain't dive, and I should have dove, but I feel like I was in ball security mode with I didn't want to extend and she punched the ball out. I don't make no excuse for it. I should have gotten that box though. That's I
Yeah,
should
you
have gotten that.
sure should have.
I should have
You
gotten that
sure
box.
should have.
I can't make no excuses for it. I should have gotten that box. The one y'all line is crazy. That's crazy.
Man, hey, look, I'm telling you, every time you now I just had Miss Ashley McBay. She was on first. I just had her on.
She's solid too. Shout out to her.
Man, hey, listen. When y'all listen, I don't know what it is, but when I watched that the Panther game, cause I'm friends with Miss Valdavia, Robertson,
Okay, Roberts.
number 50. Yeah, that
Okay,
she was played center against y'all that game.
okay.
Hell of a lineman, woo, a
Yeah,
dog.
they
And
trenches get down.
man, and I was so up in this game with you and Miss McBay, man. And Miss, how, how was it trying to tackle Miss Yarbrough?
I ain't gonna lie. Listen to me, okay? I like her nickname, D Train. That's a
D
great
train,
nickname
yeah,
for her.
it fits her
But
perfect.
for our defense, we came in with the mindset that somebody gotta get hit. Okay, you ain't coming with the mindset of one style. We came in with the mindset somebody gotta put body on her, and we gotta swim the ball. Somebody you gotta put body on her. Can't nobody be scared of the contact. She gonna come to you, so you better bring it to her.
Right.
But I ain't gonna lie. For me, I got her probably two, 3 times. She that's a big body. I'm only 145. That's a train coming through. But you gotta be disciplined.
Yeah,
You
ain't
I
no
know she
doubt.
ain't gonna hurdle me.
No, she ain't
I know she
no.
ain't gonna hurdle me. So eyes the thighs and drive, and she gotta go somewhere. Cause
So
I caught her twice out on the island by myself. She bounced them things right on outside. I was like, oh, here she come.
your eyes got big,
Here she come. Eyes the thighs, baby. I'm going down. You coming down with me.
and you know.
Coming down with me.
So the direction of the W, um, I just had a gentleman on with the owner of the Detroit Pride. I don't know if you ever heard of them. They in the league called the AWFL,
Okay.
and it's not shades or nothing like that. The direction with the WNFC, direction that it's taking y'all. How is it?
I'm not gonna lie. OJ is doing an amazing job with this league. She is in and out day for day, putting in countless time and hours to put us on the map and to help us be recognized. And she's really fighting hard to get us to a point of pay. But the league overall, it's a great league. I mean, we have 18 or 19 teams in 17 or 18 cities. So
Wow.
I mean, and I feel like it's the most competitive women's football league we have. I don't imagine I'm a rookie, so I don't know much about the other leagues, but I've done small research, and I do truly feel like the WNFC is top level women's football. If you looking for competitiveness day in day out, um, on a solid platform, it's not no funny too much funny stuff going on. It's just here go your schedule, send me
Let's
your
get it.
roster. Here go your schedule, send me your roster, put your team on the field on Saturdays, and may the best man win.
I know that's right. I
I, I
know that's
truly,
right.
I truly do appreciate this league, and I told my teammates I truly appreciate them for bringing me in, because I don't think I want to play nowhere else. Honestly, this is this has been a great experience, especially being a rookie. This has been amazing, and
And that's what
I truly fell in love with it.
that's good. So what made you get off in the women's tackle football? So I take it this your rookie year, your first year playing tackle football. What made you decide to say, okay, yeah? And what sport did you play before?
Okay, so when I was a kid, I played little league football like Pop Warner with the boys up until I was about 14. But throughout school and stuff, I played soccer and basketball. Um, COVID happened, basketball ended, and then life happened. I just honestly, I was just scrolling through Instagram one day, and I seen some pictures from a women's game, and I was like, "Dang, what's this?" So it was I don't know if you're familiar with Philly Phantoms.
I heard of them. I
Yeah,
heard of
so
them.
and they not a team no more, but it was some pictures of Philly Phantoms playing, and I was like, "Dang, what's this? Philly not that far. I could go play football there." And so I started doing my research into the WNFC, and I found out we had a team in DC. And so I had texted team page. This was a year ago from now, so this was June of last year. I texted Prodigy page like how I get on the team, like what I got to do, and they was like, "You just missed the whole season." And I was like, "Dang, for real?" They was like, "Yeah, but stay in contact. We'll reach out to you in the off season and let you know when we start, when we got trials and stuff like that." So by August, they named Lamont the new head coach, and they sent me an email and said, "Hey, our head coach is hosting off-season workouts to get players better." And I started going, and then in October we had tryouts, and then by November we was in minicamp. So
Wow.
I truly just found it on the internet, but I really give flowers to uh Ramsey Dempsey,
Uh
Pinky
huh.
number 22 from my team, cause she
Yeah,
she
yeah.
stayed on me. Like she was like, "Hey, you DM'd and said you want to play football. Like, let's do it. I'm gonna send you everything. Come to this workout. Come to this tryout. Come watch us play flag on the weekend." She was on top of me, so I really got to get a flowers to her, cause I ain't know about football, and she stayed on top of me and was like, "Hey, I think you could be really good at this. Just stick with it." And
You
here we are.
you you are good. And just like with Ashley McBay, I'm finna give you your flowers as well. You
Appreciate
are one heck of a football player. I love when you put your feet on that fucking field. Your emotions, you be so you a lock. Listen, y'all, this is a lockdown corner right here.
appreciate
She is a lot. You see, you rarely get people throw your way.
it at
You,
all.
how did you finesse your game? And this is your first year. How, what was the work you put in, Miss Vaz?
So this it's pure dog. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if you seen my celebration from the Kansas City game, but I got a flag for peeing on the goalpost like a dog.
Oh my.
But this it's pure dog. I mean, I just gotta love. I really do have a true love for being great. So I play also. So it's funny because other than the Mississippi game and this championship, I didn't play defense all season. I didn't, but we didn't need it. I used to beg. Since day one, I was begging, "Coach, let me play D. Let me go play D. I want to go play safety. Let me go play corner." He was like, "We don't need it. We beating teams. We 8-0. We don't need it." He was like, "Just stay ready here." My coach is big on staying ready. He always stay ready, stay ready, stay ready. Your time, like everybody's time is coming. Whether you a third string, you play any position, he's always stay ready. So he was just like, "Just stay ready. It's gonna come." In the Mississippi game, it came, and I was like,
Yep.
I told him
Yep.
after that, after we beat Mississippi, I told him, I was like, "You know I could do this all day." He was like, "You just don't stop." And I was like, "Nah, man, like I'm young. Just put it out there. If we gonna do it, just put it out there." So in the championship, when he looked at me, he said, "I'm gonna take you off kickoff. You gonna go both ways." I don't. It gave me like an extra fire. It was just like you gotta play at a high level. And
And you
I'm scared of
did.
it. I'm scared of embarrassment. I didn't want to get cooked in championship on TV. That'd have been hurt. That'd hurt my feelings. So that hurt my feelings real bad. So a lot of it was just don't get cooked on TV. My mom at home watching. But yeah, it's just I don't know. I got true love for being a dog and being great. I got nose for the ball, and I'm not scared of contact. I love we signed up for this
Wow.
for a reason. You know, a lot of people may feel like, "Oh, this a women's sport. Y'all don't hit as hard as men," but it's like, yeah, when you gotta
See,
run in the Destiny Yarborough, give me 10 plays straight, it's
man,
gonna be a long day.
it's gonna
So
be a long day.
so a,
And I'm gonna
a,
tell you,
a
it's
lot of it is just being very physical and just wanting it. Like I wish they throw the ball at me every play, and I wish I touched the ball every play. It's just And even though it don't work like that, it's just like you
That's the
gotta have.
heart of a champion.
Yeah, you gotta have that pride. Like, man,
Yeah, that's the
I could
heart
touch
of a
this every
champion.
play if I wanted to.
Th- that's a heart of a champion, and that's what you are. Don't never lose that. Keep perfecting your craft. When I when we played had our game last Saturday, and before the game, I was watching y'all game. I was showing y'all game to some of the guys that was, you know, that was playing that day. They was like, "Damn, they play like that." I said, "Y'all need to take some notes from that." I'm serious.
Yeah.
And they tripped when they found out you got some players that come from other states that's playing with Washington, playing with your team that drives miles to come play with y'all. Um, Another question I want to ask before we this transfer portal.
I don't pay attention to it.
Oh, there you go.
I don't pay
I ain't
attention
even
to
got to
it.
talk about it. I ain't gonna talk about
I don't pay attention to it. Listen, so it's if you see any of my teammates talk about leaving and stuff, they be making jokes cause we so on signing day. But throughout the season, I let everybody know that I tricked them, and on signing day they signed a 360 deal. So come in and be quiet. I'm on his lap. But I let everybody know they signed a 360 deal where if you played this season, you must play 2 more seasons after this season.
it.
So
Okay.
we Prodigy, we stuck here. Ain't nobody leaving. We going to war with what we got. Ain't
Okay.
nobody
That's
leaving.
what's
If they
up.
want to leave, they gotta go through me, and nobody want to go through me.
Miss Vaz, let me tell you something. You know, you a hell of a ball player. How can the audience find out more? How can they reach out to you to find out more about Miss Mackenzie Vaz?
My Instagram is Ken Fago, is KenFeygo, and on Facebook you can find me at Mackenzie Crash Vest. But I'm here,
Yes.
man. You can message me any day. If I see it, I'm gonna respond. I ain't no bougie person. We all human. I talk to whoever. And yeah,
Okay.
you can find us on the Prodigy page at Washington Prodigy.
Yeah. Yeah. So hey, look, Miss Vaz, listen. I appreciate you so much for coming on my show. I know you were supposed to come on last Friday, through all, and I was kind of mad too. I'm like, man,
I
she
was
stood me
I
up.
was mad because my phone died on the way from the airport, and I was
I,
like,
I
dang, I'm supposed to be
know,
on this show.
I know. I'm thankful that you reached out to me. You know, you welcome to come on here on Straight Sports Talk anytime to talk about yourself, your journey in football, the Washington Prodigy. You can tell some of your teammates they're welcome to come on here as well because this format is for y'all.
For
This
sure.
is for women's taco football to promote so the people can know about women's taco football.
For
You
sure.
know, so again, I'm giving you flowers. Sorry about y'all didn't win that game. You owe me 20 up downs for dropping that pick nine. So when y'all have y'all seat, when y'all get y'all workouts and stuff started up, say, damn, Coach Vince, I owe him 20 up downs. So
Nah, I got to work out at 4 a.m. I'm going to send them to you in the morning.
I want that. I
Send them to you
want
in the
that.
morning.
All right, man. Hey, listen, much love to you. Much,
Appreciate y'all.
much, much, much. May Allah bless you with many, many success in your journey in life and in your football career.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for being on my show. Much love, Miss Kimberly Vase. Y'all, not Miss Mackenzie Vase. Sorry about that, man. That was. Let me go to my other thing now. Man, that was man. Tell you, that's an amazing young lady right there. Miss Mackenzie Vass from the Washington. You know, you can look her up. Go to Washington Prodigy. Um, go to the Washington. Go to the Washington Prodigy.
All right, coach is there. He's switching over. Y'all know we've been having technical difficulties throughout the show. Uh, Again, that was Miss Mackenzie Vest of the Washington Prodigy. Congratulations on the great season. Came up one game short, but that's all right. Clearly is very motivated for next season to correct it and bring back the championship to Washington. So congrats to her and salute to her and all her future endeavors. We of course will be promoting her, her team, and everyone else who has been part of the show. As you know, major part of this show is to promote both developmental football and women's football, women's tackle football. Coach is a big advocate of both of those things, and he is definitely going to make sure that these people get their proper due and get their flowers here on this platform. So as coach is switching things over there, again, we want to thank all the guests who have been on so far this evening. Coach, can you hear us? Yeah, again, coaches are switching over platforms right quick. In the meanwhile, so far this evening, we have had Miss Ashley Bey. Okay, hold on. There's Coach. We've had Miss Bey,
Man.
Mr. Michael Victel, owner and head coach of the Detroit Proud, and that, of course, was Miss Mackenzie Vest, wide
Can you
receiver.
see me? Hear me?
Probably, yep.
Okay.
We got you, Coach.
Okay. Man, that was awesome, man. That young lady there, man. When I say she's a two-way player, she an athlete, man. The hell of a her mentality for football is out this roof. As well as Miss Ashley McBay, man. Um, Man, shout out to these ladies here, man. I mean, these ladies from the WNFC to the WFA to the AWFL and any other leagues that's going on, man. You know, y'all need to really, really, really find out more about women's tackle football. This, excuse my French, this shit is amazing, man. These young ladies, I'm sorry, my bad, these young ladies ball, man. They ball, they put their heart, they put their passion into this. You know, sorry for the slip up, you know,
Oh, no,
but
you good.
I get so when I know something is right and I know that it deserves a hell of a platform, they deserve it. And what the WNFC a Big Easy, what the WNFC did this past weekend, they put women's tackle football on the map because when it aired on ESPN and it aired on Victory Plus app too,
Right.
but
And remember,
it
we
was
have
the
put the link for that on the Facebook. So if y'all want to check out that championship game in its entirety, including the halftime show starring Lil Bow Wow, you can check
yeah
that out by hitting that link. It will take you straight to Victory Plus. You can
yeah,
check that out and some of the previous games during the season as well.
but it was the most watched game. Let me take that back. It was the most watched sporting event that day on ESPN. It was. It was the most watched, man. I'm talking about from beginning. Miss Jennifer King, she did her thing. Shout out to Miss Jennifer King as well. She's one of the coaches for the Washington Redskins as well. I've been trying to get her to come on my show. I know she busy and everything. Let me reach out to Coach Cody, tell him he should be on.
All right, while Coach is doing that again, thank all of you who have been tuning in. And for those of you who have been on the show and hopefully will become viewers of the show, please also be sharers of the show. Please share the platform to your platform and to whatever social media that is possible. We want to get the word out to people because we definitely want to interview more people in the women's football and the developmental football space. We also want to, of
No
course,
doubt.
grow the platform to other people. If you are watching this, whether you're watching it now live or in the rebroadcast, there is such a thing called rebroadcast, you know. Um, Definitely let us know. Hit us up in the comments. If we do not see those comments right then and there, we will circle the block and address some of those comments on later episodes.
No doubt. No
Also, if
doubt.
you need
And
any
and
information,
I want to
yeah, go
I
ahead.
want to piggyback off of what Big Easy said, also said, if you play basketball, amateur basketball, trying to get your name out there, or golf or whatever, you're welcome to come on this show. This platform is a sporting platform. Yes, I do um, promote women's tackle football, but it's also for basketball players. You play golf. I love rugby. If you're a rugby player, come on over here so we can talk rugby because I know a lot about rugby. You know, golf, tennis, whatever it may be, whatever sports it may be, you are into, organized or whatever. Hit us up, Straight Sports Talk, or you can reach out to Get Off My Line, Nighthawk Network, to find out more about getting on the show and everything. So yeah, come on, people. This for y'all. Like
Absolutely.
Big Easy say, for the people,
Nighthawk Network, our voices
for the,
for our people. And that's
for
all
the
our
people. So we're waiting on Coach Cody to come on. I did reach out to him. Let me give him a call instead, see what's going on. I shouldn't have to do this, but he a busy man. I
hey, coach, don't you do like last week. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. You keep it cool, baby. You keep
okay.
it cool. Coach is a
Hey,
stickler.
I did tell Miss Vaz. I say her name wrong.
Yes,
Vass, right?
yes. Miss
I
Vest.
I did tell her, I said, yeah. Um you was supposed to come on last Friday, you ain't even come on. I Hello?
We need not revisit that. Okay, while coach is
Yeah.
doing that, again, we're gonna give you a quick review of the show. This evening we have had some great guests, excellent interviews this evening. Like I said, we just got through talking to Miss Mackenzie Vest, wide receiver DB for Watson Prodigy. All right. Also, we have talked to coach and owner Michael Vitale of the Detroit Proud, a proud organization, and definitely enjoyed what he had to say about not only his team but the women's coaching profession and all points in between. He is definitely very passionate about what he does. I was amazed at his story, particularly when he said he basically has poured his life savings into this because that's how important it was and how much he is a believer in this product. I definitely
No
wish
doubt.
him nothing but the best. And of
No
course, our
doubt.
first guest this evening was Miss Ashley McVeigh, wide receiver running back for the Texas Elite Spartans, who were the champions this year of the WNFC and a very close matchup with the Prodigy. So shout out to her and congratulations to her team and to the WNFC for putting on a fine championship game. Again, we have put the link for that in the Facebook. So if you're watching this on Facebook, you will see the link to the championship game. If you can't find it that way, then at least go to the app known as Victory Plus. You will find that game and many other of the WNFC games for this season on that app. Thank you very much. Coach again is reaching out to Coach Cody. He is from the St. Paul Bears, the head coach of that organization. We've had him on the show previously. Great interview, but of course, he is a busy man, as many of our guests are, and we are trying to effort him. If we do not catch up with him, then we will just go ahead and finish up, and we'll try to catch him at another time. All right, as coach is switching
Well, I,
again.
what I'm gonna do, I reached out to him. He didn't respond back, so um, I'll reschedule him for another time to come on.
All
Um,
right. Sorry we
yeah,
missed you
that's
this
what
time,
I'll
Coach
do.
Cody, but you know you have been on the show for you are
Yeah,
welcome. Come back on. We will definitely catch up with you soon. All
no
right, Coach.
doubt.
So that means you gonna go ahead and end it on out for us.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a few announcements for coming up again. Um, Hold on, I'm doing a little switcheroo right now.
Yep, we familiar with the process. All right, wait for Coach to switch back on so he can finish up the show with his announcements. He definitely has been promoting other games and other teams throughout the country for you to watch and view. Again, if you are looking to view the WNFC in particular, you can find that on the Victory Plus app. You can find that on both the Google and the Apple Store. Go ahead and put that on your phone and check it on out. All right, Coach is back now.
What up? What up? What up, man?
Go
I
for
hope
it.
everybody enjoyed the show. Some amazing on here. You know, shout out to every last one. Miss Ashley McBay, Miss Ashley Chocolate Chip McBay from the Texas Elite Spartans 2025 9 Cup champions. Congratulations to y'all and to you and your team. Also, you was named the 2025 game changer. So shout out to you. We just also had Miss Mackenzie Vass from the Washington Prodigy, two-way athlete, wide receiver, defensive back, lockdown corner, outstanding receiver. Was just named 2025 WNFC MVP. So congratulations to you on that, and to many, many more that y'all gonna get. Also, we had Mr. Michael Vitale, owner and head coach of the Detroit Pride women's tackle football team. Um, they got some good things coming up for the 2026 season, so y'all need to reach out to them. They also are the reigning 2023-24 AWFL women's tackle football champions. So you can reach out to them and find out more about when they're having tryouts and everything. What can you do to be a part of this team? Also, we was gonna have Coach Cody Hamada from the St. Paul Bears. He's the assistant GM and head coach of the St. Paul Bears. Hopefully, we'll get him on back on soon. Hope we'll get him back on soon. So with that, everybody, this Saturday, the Michigan Bills take on the Circle City War Eagles in Monroe, Michigan. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. 3008 Jones Avenue, Monroe, Michigan. Kids are free with a adults $10 entry. So come on out, support the Michigan Bills as they uh, finish their last home game. Also, we got the Clash of the Titans this weekend. Two undefeated teams in the Pro Advanced Football League. We got the Motor City Rams that's sitting at 8-0. They versus the Detroit Ravens that's sitting at 8-0. Two outstanding football programs. It's gonna be an awesome game. I know everybody gonna be tuned in to that game. It's a 7 p.m. Kickoff time. Location I don't know, so you can go on to Michigan Minor League Football Facebook page and find out the location where the Motor City Rams and the Detroit Ravens game would be. Also, I want to give a shout out to the Derby City Dynamites. They're playing in a playoff, the WFA playoff game tomorrow. I don't know what time. I think it's either 2 or 3 o'clock, somewhere around there, maybe 4 o'clock. They play. They just got to New Mexico. Glad y'all had safe travels. They play the New Mexico Bandit this Saturday, playoff game of the WFA, and they quest to they journey to win a championship in the WFA. So big shout out to Miss Thelma Marie Kennedy, the owner of the Derby City Dynamites, and your football team, that y'all go out there and handle y'all business. You know, me and E Buck will be rooting for y'all. So with that, Big Easy, anything you would like to add on, sir?
No, that's pretty much it. Again, great show tonight, Coach. Way to keep everything rolling, keep your composure, like the adjustments you made during the show. Thank you for listening to your producer and understanding that this is a process, and every week we may have a little something, but the ball got to keep rolling, and don't no monkey stop no show, and so on and so forth.
No doubt, man. I want to shout out to the Nighthawk Network as well, um, for producing my show. I've been with them. I've been knowing Big Easy for some years now. We did a show together, and I took my show to him. And said, "Man, I want to do my own show, man. 'Cause I don't want to do a show with them no more. I want to do my own. You know." So I appreciate Big Easy, Dale, Big Meech, and Nikki, all of them. I appreciate all of y'all at Nighthawk Network, man, for bringing me on. So shout out to all y'all. Salute. Again, thank you for my guest, Miss Ashley McBay, Coach Michael Vital, Miss Mackenzie Vass, and also he didn't show up, but I'm still giving him shout out, Coach Cody Hamada. So I thank everybody. Big Easy, thank you for being patient with me because I can get psycho up. I appreciate you. So with that, I'm about to end it. Y'all have a good weekend. Be safe. Stay away from the clowns and fools. Always keep Allah out in front. And as always, go blue. See ya.